All right, folks, welcome back to the big show. Time for the viewer call-in segment. And by the way, we will tell you at the end of this segment how you, too, could get in line to participate in this segment in the future. Joining us now, first up, is Marshall from Florida. Marshall, I understand you're a former Florida law enforcement officer. Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
My pleasure. What can I do for you?
Would like to, to me, it would be nice to actually be able to hear some of our people and hear what I think is, on the minds of our actual citizens, because I think a lot of times our people actually get we get ignored, our voices get ignored about things, and like the situation with Hillary Clinton and the email scandals and stuff. I mean, I don't understand how a person in that position of authority and that position of trust can become Teflon and bulletproof as she does, or above the law, I guess you want to say. It almost seems that way, or it's going that way. I hope it doesn't stay that way. But there's just a lot of things that are concerning to me as a citizen about the country and about how things are going.
Well, the Benghazi committee has now subpoenaed Hillary Clinton to testify. And also, we find out now through a report that she used, I think, an iPhone, so whatever it was, or an iPad, she used 2 devices. So her story, her stated reason for using the private email was that, she didn't want to use 2 devices, carry around 2 devices. That's nonsense. It was nonsense from the beginning, and now we know she did email from 2 devices. So none of this holds up, none of it. But no, you're right, she's not being held to account, but maybe before that committee, she will have to fess up to some things.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, just the excuse alone, I thought, her not wanting to use 2 devices, just that excuse alone, I just don't even understand how somebody of her rank should be, her intelligence. I mean,
absolutely,
it's a non-viable excuse just to begin with.
Right,
I mean,
and Marshall also her saying that the server was guarded by a Secret Service agent, as if someone was going to come in and steal the server. They're going to hack the server.
Right. I'd like to know how he's watching that network cable and the traffic in there, unless he's doing some sort of traffic monitoring.
Marshall,
constantly, which I doubt.
I want to thank you for your service as a law enforcement officer, and thanks for participating. Good to hear from you. Let's move on to... You're welcome. Let's move on to Eric from Washington State. Hello, Eric. You're next up on the Steve Malzberg Show. Thanks for weighing in, sir.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
Good. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the mistake we're making by allowing Iran to get a nuclear weapon.
Well, it's a huge mistake, and whether, I believe any agreement that's signed, whether they sign an agreement or don't sign an agreement, Iran will get a nuclear weapon.
Right. I just think that we can't be rewarding terrorism. That's what we're doing.
Well, yeah, you're referring to the fact that they're the biggest sponsor and supporter and backer of terrorism around the world, and certainly in the Middle East. Plus, they're taking over capitals and cities in the Middle East now. So to sign some kind of agreement, would just basically say you're a good guy. Keep it up.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, Eric. So what's the answer? What do you think the answer is?
I think we need to increase sanctions and not decrease sanctions.
Well, I could not agree with you more. I agree with you. And I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a bad deal. And then they're going to say it's the best deal we could get. And Israel and Saudi Arabia might help by turning a blind eye, and Jordan and Egypt, they all would want Israel to bomb the heck out of Iran's nuclear facilities. So we'll see. Eric, Thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Love your show.
Thank you. Spread the word. I do appreciate it. All right, folks. So here's the deal. You participated, and if you want to participate, if you want to be part of this in the future, here's what you do. You go ahead and you email us at the following email address. It's callsteve@newsmax.com. Call Steve at newsmax.com, and we'll get in touch with you, and we'll set it all up. But you got to give us your name, your phone number, your location, and maybe what you want to talk about. But again, you have to email us first. That's callsteve@newsmax.com, and we do indeed want to hear from you. Yeah, it harkens me back to my my talk radio days. So I love talking to the folks, whether it's radio or television. We're coming back. Don't go away.